President Trump says the U.S. is on a wartime footing in the fight against coronavirus. Today, he announced he's invoking the Defense Production Act, which will ramp up output of essential equipment.
And the roller coaster economy taking another major hit, once again triggering a halt in trading.
But we begin with the decision to close the U.S.-Canadian border to all non-essential traffic.
This does not include essential travel or the transit of goods, but it was through mutual discussion that took place this morning between the President and Prime Minister Trudeau, and the Department of Homeland Security will be effectuating that decision.
Latest numbers show 7,600 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the U.S. compared to 600 in Canada. The leaders of both countries saying this decision to close the border is a necessary one.
Travelers will no longer be permitted to cross the border for recreation and tourism.
During Wednesday's task force briefing, new information about the potential effect of this disease on young people who had been thought to be at a lower risk.
There are concerning reports coming out of France and Italy about some young people getting seriously ill and very seriously ill in the ICUs. There may be disproportional number of infections among that group. And so even if it's a rare occurrence, it may be seen more frequently in that group and be evident now.
The president also invoking the Defense Production Act, which allows him to require production from certain industries in response to a national emergency, such as much-needed ventilators. And FEMA, known for responding to natural disasters, now operating at a level 1, its highest level, to help fight the virus.
This is a very different kind of a work for FEMA, but they will come through, as they always do.
The Navy is preparing to send 2 hospital ships to New York and Seattle to handle overflow. Each ship can treat up to 1,000 patients. Meanwhile, flight operations at Chicago's Midway Airport are limited. Hundreds of flights canceled after at least 3 technicians in air traffic control tested positive for COVID-19, as did 4 Brooklyn Nets players, including Kevin Durant. A disease the president referred to this way.
The Chinese virus, it's not racist at all, no, not at all. It comes from China. That's why. It comes from China.
Because of the pandemic, the Department of Housing and Urban Development is suspending all foreclosures and evictions until the end of April. Officials are asking doctors and dentists to postpone all elective surgeries for the time being so all medical resources can be used to fight the pandemic. And tomorrow, the president will hold a teleconference with the nation's governors to help solidify the federal government's partnership